This week, we're hitting the road to Bozeman, Montana for some quality family time with Joey and Anna, and let me tell you, it's nothing short of amazing. We kick things off with a little whiskey tasting in Ennis at the Willie's Distillery, because you know, when you're in Montana, right? From there, it was straight to Pony, Montana for our first ever Ducky Derby. Who knew those little rubber ducks could be so competitive? Next up, we took a step back in time wandering through the ghost town of Virginia City. And guys, if you're into history, old-time vibes, or just really, really good ice cream, this is a must-see place. Seriously, best ice cream ever. I'm not exaggerating. And finally, we wrap up our trip with a visit to the Lewis and Clark Caves. Let me tell you, these caves are not just cool, they are wow cool. We were blown away by the underground beauty and the sheer scale of it all. So grab a snack, sit back, and join us for an exciting venture, Montana style.
So here we are in Pony, Montana for the duck races. And what the duck races are is it's a charity event for the VFW, which is obviously a great cause. And you buy a little rubber ducky, they put a number on it, and you have a number. And then they have races with it where they throw it in the creek, they'll put a whole bunch of them in each race in a big bin and then dump the bin in the race. So it's obviously a matter of luck. It's like winning, Powerball or something. But as you can see, there's a whole bunch of people here. This is the bar, and people are having a great time. What's that? The Okie Dokie Corral. Here it is. Pony Bar. Looks like a great time. So we are looking for my nephew and his fiance, and we will find them shortly, I'm sure. But as you can see, there's quite a few people here. Live music, great time. We'll check back in with you soon. There she is. What do you think?
This is amazing. Our ducks didn't win though.
They didn't win?
They did not win.
Just like my Ducks. I'm an Anaheim Ducks fan.
Yeah.
Awful team, but I'm still a fan.
We did not have our ducks in the right row. So sad.
So sad. That's all right. Money went to a good cause.
Yes, it did.
Did you see that band? I videoed that band. That's good. Gonna be good clippage. And there's Anna. Did your duck win?
With my duck and my drink. This is a very wet wad of cash.
Yeah.
Wet wad?
Okay.
So, Joey, did your duck win? No?
Nope. We got to get it on the 50-50 draw. That's what we want.
Yeah, we should go over there.
All right, so we're leaving the pony race, which really had nothing to do with the race. It was pretty much a reason.
The duck race, and we have
the
ducks.
duck race. Excuse me, the duck race in Pony, Montana. Just a fun event with a bunch of locals and people from out of town. Mostly locals.
Mostly locals.
Yeah,
it's an
it was
excuse
great.
to drink beer and raise money for the VFW, but it was a great
cause.
A lot of fun.
Yes, and as we now walk back towards the truck, heading down the hill, we can hear the banjos in the background from the, what was it? The name of the band?
Something string band.
Something Lazy Goose String Band or something like that. Just a great time. A great time with a bunch of wonderful people that just love their country and love life and, gave generously to the VFW.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, we did, and everyone else did too. So it was great. And now as we're walking downhill, see people still parked and heading down the hill as we walk by the old church, which is just beautiful. And there's a truck down the hill. And actually, those trees right there is where the creek is. So it is not a large creek. It's maybe 10 feet wide.
Apparently there's a saying in Montana that if you've got a church, a school, and a bar, you've got a town.
You got a town. And this town here has maybe a couple hundred people in it. And it is just
I don't know where the school is, but we found the church and the bar.
Yeah, that could be the school right there. Who could say?
Who could say?
Who could say? There it is right there. What is it? The Pony Bible Church.
Yep.
So there you go. Oh, you know what?
Beautiful stained
I'm gonna
glass.
stop because I'm gonna zoom in on this right here. Look at those stained glass right through those windows. Absolutely gorgeous. In this old church. Yeah, really cool. Really cool place, fun time. And now we're gonna go to the Bridger Brewery for dinner. And we'll see you in a little while.
We are in Virginia City. It's a historic little town outside of Bozeman, maybe an hour and a half. We are going to go check it out. And that's the love meter machine.
I think it means it's only 25 cents.
Why is there two blondes?
It's the same. There's two of each of them.
Oh, okay. I see.
Do you want to hear about
What do you think?
Furious love.
That's me,
Okay.
Mr. Furious Love.
So Virginia City is so cute. It was a little ghost town, not quite a ghost town. Anna and I had ice cream. Jim and Joey had a beer. And it probably took 30 minutes to walk through the whole town. There's some great little places where you can go in and see some of the historic things from this town. From, what does the sign say? 1863. We are about 45 minutes outside of Bozeman, Montana at the Lewis and Clark State Park. And we are going to be doing the Lewis and Clark Cave Tour. There are two tours. You can do the Classic Tour or the Paradise Tour. The Classic Tour is about 2 hours, and the Paradise Tour is an hour and a half. I think they're both $15 for adults, less for children. If you're going to get tickets, if you want to come, buy tickets online about a week in advance. They do have some walk-ins, but during the summer, it really fills up fast. So it's absolutely stunning up here. If you're in the area, I highly encourage everyone to come. This looks like it's going to be a phenomenal event.
special. It is 48 degrees year-round, rain or shine, summer or winter. So he comes back up the following year, 1900, and he buys some minerals for our cave and then blasts this hole in to make his 12-hour tour a little bit easier. I'm gonna be nice, this one's only 2 hours, okay? 12 hours by candlelight. Now, despite how difficult these tours were, they become incredibly popular. 1932, Dan just died. Something else has happened in America right about now. Any idea what that could be? Close.
Depression.
Depression, yes. The paint is chipping off of Butte. The state needs money. We need to come up with a solution, right? Since Dan died, nobody's been doing anything with our cave. So we asked the federal government very nicely if we could turn this to a place people can actually visit legally. They go, yeah, that's a great idea, and we just came up with the perfect solution. It is called the CCC, the Civilian Conservation Corps. Now, the CCC is a bunch of 18 to 23-year-olds that are paid $1 a day. But it's a pretty sweet gig because you get a roof over your head and food in your mouth every single night. It's pretty rare for the Great Depression, right? They send 200 of those 18-year-olds to La Hood, and they build the road you guys drove up to get to that visitor center. And they build the visitor center. They also build the entrance and exit trails leading to our into our cave. Once inside, they're given 3 other jobs. Number 1, clean 10,000 years of bird and bat poop off the cave walls. Yeah, this job is so fun, we still do it. Luckily, that's on my day off. Number 2, hand carve every single stair in Lewis and Clark Caverns. There are over 600 stairs. It took them 3 days to carve one of them. Yeah, it was a really big job. And the last thing they do here is they blast the exit tunnel we're going to walk out through at the end of this. I will not make you walk up 600 stairs. You are welcome. But I hope we have enough time to discuss what makes that exit tunnel just so cool. Yeah, this is called Old Faithful. Oh, really? Yeah.
No wonder Yellowstone dumped you.
Every 8 to 12 seconds, it drips.
Okay, we just finished the cave tour of the Lewis and Clark Caverns. It was very cool, literally 48 degrees in there. Some things to know before you go: buy tickets online at least a week in advance. They do have walk-ins, but in peak season that's going to be iffy. The classic tour that we did, you've got a half-mile hike straight up, well, maybe not straight up, but uphill before you start the tour. Then 632 stairs once you're inside the cave. The good news is those are like 600 of them are going downhill, not uphill.
Yes. Yeah. It's you do have to crouch. There's a lot of places you have to crouch to not hit your head.
Yes.
And one, you even slide on your butt. It's like a
Yeah,
they
you
polish
scoot.
the concrete so you can slide down on your butt.
Or your feet,
or your feet. Well,
however it works for you.
yeah, I mean, don't go head first.
Probably a bad idea.
Very bad.
But it's very cool. I mean, if you've been to Carlsbad Caverns, this is a much smaller scale. But if you're in Bozeman, check it out. It's pretty cool. Something wild in store for you next week. Literally. That's right, we're headed to the one and only Yellowstone National Park, where we're crossing some big ticket wildlife off our bucket list. Ever want to see a bison close up? Check. How about a majestic elk just casually strolling? Double check. And let's not forget those mischievous bears. But that's not all. We're diving headfirst into the steamy, otherworldly geysers that make this place famous. Trust us, they're hotter than the coffee Jim drinks in the morning. We'll also be chasing some waterfalls that might even find ourselves in the Grand Canyon. Okay, not the Grand Canyon, but Yellowstone's version is just as epic. So pack your virtual bags and join us next week on a wild ride with the most breathtaking places on Earth. This is one episode you don't want to miss.